two pregnant women who have been together in one room during birthing become closer over time until they start a deep emotional relationship. But there's a secret about their children which causes that relationship to oscillate. By accident, their children have been swapped in the hospital. Yanis, played by Penelope Cruz, one of the unfortunate mothers, gradually doubts paternity of her child, gets the genetic test and makes sure that the baby is not hers. Yanis, without telling Anna, another woman, gets her salvia sample, sends it to a laboratory, and it is confirmed that Anna is biological mother of Yanis's daughter, a fact that separates two mothers temporarily. The idea of baby swap is somewhat cliche. There are films and documentaries which are consisting of that extravagant topic. One famous example is Hirokazu Koreeda's Like Father Like Son. We also hear once in a while news about baby swap in the press because of mistakes. There is nothing new in this case, but parallel mothers has somehow a new point of view. Three almost different storylines are intertwined in this movie. 1. Maternity, 2. Political history, 3. Feminism. The first thing we expect to see in the parallel mothers is naturally motherhood. Endless love between mothers and babies. What would happen if a mother lost her baby? If her baby was changed with someone else's and she was unaware of it? It's intolerable. Yanis exactly is experiencing the same situation. It's more painful for her to realize the truth gradually, like completing a jigsaw puzzle. However, Yanis suffers severely, probably no one is to blame. We also have disastrous parts of Spain's political history. During bloody Spain's civil war between Republicans and nationalists loyal to General Franco from 1936 to 1939, there were mass cruel killings at that time, and there are mass hidden graves across the Spain. Yanis's great-grandfather, in her opinion, was buried in one of these graves, which all the country know where it is. She asks Arturo, an archaeologist who met her to be photographed, for help to excavate that mass grave, a request that leads to baby birth. The third and somewhat controversial storyline is a specific kind of feminism. It is not just understandable when we see a panel of semi-naked black women on the wall, or when we see the name of We Should All Be Feminist book written on the NSS t-shirt, a book written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Nigerian author and feminist activist, who recently has written a feminist manifesto in 15 suggestions. With this short preface, the feminist approach lying at the heart of the story is clear. But wait, there is more. The similarity between Yanis and Anna's situation slowly gets them closer. A delicate intimacy begins between them, until the two sleep with each other. It seems that, at least until Arthur comes back, two women are absolutely separated from men's world, reminiscent of some radical feminist traditions. Now I ask, how many loves do we have here? Yanis's love for Arthur, Anna's love for Yanis, two women's love for their daughters. Arthur's love for Yanis, Yanis' love for her family and particularly for her great-grandfather. Pedro Almodovar wants to depict all of these loves simultaneously. Has he succeeded? I don't think. However, this feminist tendency leads to lesbianism reminds me of T. Grace Atkinson's quote. Feminism is a theory, lesbianism is a practice. It may be surprising to say that Parallel Mothers didn't satisfy me. Also, it didn't achieve its defined goals. Even I don't think this movie is a remarkable one in Almodovar's career. If you disagree, stay with me a little more. There are some ambiguities, some confusing points ruining the main plotline direction. I can name some of them. First, remember the scene where Yanis tells Arthur she's pregnant. After a little argument, Yanis suggests that it's better for them to break up. Arthur disagrees initially but very soon accepts. I don't understand why Yanis has offered this weird demand. What problem does it solve? The whole argument between them lasts about 2 minutes. It's kind of fun. Probably it's more logical that Yanis insists a lot on keeping baby, and Arthur, despite initial resistance, agrees finally. Perhaps because of director's intention to introduce Yanis to another person, Anna. This forcible breaking up has occurred. It was director's manipulation. Second, the relationship between Yanis and Anna doesn't end properly. Almodovar leaves it in obscurity. Let me explain more. When Anna realizes that her real baby is Yanis's daughter, immediately decides to leave her. She is angry and Yanis is begging her to stay, but to no avail. Next morning, Anna calls Yanis and almost apologizes to her. She also says we need to talk about us, Yanis. What she means to talk about is a romantic relationship with Yanis. We are expecting a scene in which Yanis and Anna are talking about themselves, their relationship, and what it is going to be, but our expectation isn't met. We've seen Anna's extreme love for Yanis and her jealousy of her, but that doesn't continue. When they go to the country at the end, we see Yanis and Arthur again make love. There is no longer a sign of Anna's passion for Yanis. Maybe they've been separated, maybe they are still together. We don't know, and there is no clue to guess. It seems that the powerful passion between them has interrupted abruptly. Third, we don't know why Yanis changed her phone number. Later we understand she's changed her number so that Anna would not call her. But before meeting Anna accidentally at the restaurant, Yanis only knows that her baby isn't hers, and still doesn't know the baby is Anna's. Now why she tries to hide herself from Anna? Suppose that she partly guesses her baby is Anna's and Anna's baby is hers. With this supposition, it's more essential for Yanis to meet Anna because she definitely wants to meet her real daughter. Escaping from Anna isn't justified anyway. Fourth, there is no any confrontation with the hospital that has changed the babies. A complaint, argument, or a serious investigation of what exactly happened to those babies. Only Yanis sadly says they've changed them accidentally. There are also fifths and sixths, but I prefer to not mention, because of lack of time. The movie title is also controversial. Everyone thinks that Pearl Mothers refers to Yanis and Anna, two mothers whose babies were swapped. But there's another way to interpret the name of movie. We ask ourselves, which mothers are Pearl? Pearl and which? We can consider Yanis and Anna as pearls. They're mostly intersected. Accidentally, they both are in one room during birthing. This is a point, and there are also some points in their lives which make them closer. Baby swap is their bold intersection point, so they aren't as the same as two pearls. Yanis is a middle-aged professional photographer who has almost stable life with enough income. In contrary, Anna is a 17-year-old girl who is disoriented and depressed. Her family doesn't support her, and she has to work in a restaurant due to earn. In my opinion, Yanis and her mother and her grandmother are pearl mothers. Their life and their children are the same. They're all single mothers. Yanis herself alludes to her family tradition of single mothers during arguing with Arturo. Despite these premises, there is still an irony here. The hypothesis that two pearls won't meet each other has been rejected by Einstein. We should investigate whether Almodovar has heard of this rejection or not. As the outcome, Pearl Mothers is a movie that wants to represent a lot of things: motherhood, history, love, and feminism, so that neglects the details. Its inner logic is damaged and its ability to narrate is doubted. Exciting twists, displaying different colors, beautiful panels, and also artistic decoration can save the movie from droning a poor narrative. I don't want to end my review without mentioning the brilliant acting of Penelope Cruz. Maybe that alone makes the movie worth watching. Trust me, and thanks for watching.